guys, what is up? It is Slazer Gaming here once again, coming at you with a quick match from Heroes of the Storm that I was in with a couple friends recently. We're on the Sky Temple map, and as you can see, we have a pretty decent all-around team comp for both our team and the enemy teams. We have two assassins, two specialists, and a healer. They, on the other hand, have two healers, a tank, and an assassin, and a specialist. And while specialists may be used mostly for taking the towers and the forts, Sylvanas can be one that outdamages pretty much every assassin if she's played correctly. Now here, as you can see, I, as Valla, put myself in a bad position because I tried to take the watchtower here, and that is typically one of the places that an entire team should go for because it ends up being a team battle most of the time. Like here, we had 4 of the 5 pushing us on the watchtower. Now, while we probably should have either asked for assistance from our team or just left it alone, we did give them. Murky got 10 seconds in mid lane on his own without having to worry about anyone. Falstaad and I are doing a basic skirmish against Sylvanas and Uther. Which you can see is Falstaad's a little more aggressive with it than I am. I play it safe at the beginning because as an assassin, your health is so low. So when you're versus another assassin or any other character that has a healer backing them up, you will lose every time regardless of how much damage you can dish out, because the tank or the healer can always keep the assassin or the other character up for them. The entire enemy team is taking the mid because at the time they had the watchtower site and mid lane vision from the minions. Murky comes through and takes the watchtower. Typically whoever holds the watchtower wants to take the middle temple because it gives you the ability to see who's coming at you. Now you can see Kerrigan rushes in, tries to kill us, ends up getting the Falstaad kill, but ends up dying as well. Uther and Brightwing come in to help Leo, who's able to push us out, and they get the last burst from the temple. Murky once again goes and takes the watchtower. Sylvanas getting a pretty good push now that the forts are down. She's able to keep the fort stunned with her trait. Murky comes in to push him. Oh, I'm sorry, that's myself. I saw the dragon over my head and caught Murky. I come in with Lily behind me to push. Falstaad comes in to help. We push Sylvanas out. Leo comes in to help her. Now, Uther gets himself in a bad position here, soloing against Murky. We are able to come up and take him out altogether. But in doing that, that put Gazelle on bot versus Kerrigan and Leo on his own in the middle. So as you can see there, Lily's saying we need to lane, get some XP generated. Because we have 3 kills to their 1.5. So we should be up ahead in the XP, a little bit more than we are, but we're not. And that's mainly because they were able to hold both of the temples longer than we were and get better blast out of it. So they did more damage. Now the bottom temple, after the 2 temples pop up, about a minute and a half after they pop up, you want to kind of congregate at the bottom of the map, because that bottom temple is going to pop up really soon, and you don't want to be the guy that ends up on the top of the map with the rest of your team fighting the temple. Now, while we were able to get 2 kills there for none of us dying, and chase them out, you can see I chased Uther and Brightwing out, and Sylvanas following as well. Leo was able to stay in, and we didn't even realize it. And he was able to come back alive, get the Falstaad kill, and do a lot of damage to Gazelle and myself, who now we have 4 heroes coming at us, 2 of them half health, 1 of them almost full health, and Brightwing, who, while low on mana, is full health, pretty much. And this puts us in a bad position because now Falstaad's gone, Murky died and had to run away, Gazelle's getting low on health, Lily's low on mana and health, and I'm low on mana and health. But we're able to get the Leo kill again. Murky comes in, enables us to do that. However, as you can see, none of us have any health left, and the other team has quite a bit of health. Gazelle could have gotten away, but Falstaad jumped in, trying to get the kill on Sylvanas, and ends up body blocking and giving them the kill. However, we were in the temple long enough to get the final 4 bursts, or 5 bursts from it. Now, once Brightwing jumped in, yes, he could have pushed a little bit, but by the time Brightwing jumped in, Lily and I were both back up and heading into combat. So Falstaad could have waited for Lily to come back up, but instead harassed it. But Gazlo and I, as you can see here, were able to push mid lane pretty good before they realized it. Gazlo doing a really good job keeping his towers up and putting his abilities in the right places, enabling us to get both the Uther and Sylvanas takedown there, which puts both of them out of combat for around 20 seconds. Uther a little longer because he has to wait, and we were able to get the Leo kill because Gazlo kept his towers down. And if you play Gazlo, that is one of the main things to remember when you go into a team fight, is keep those towers down ground. If you keep those turrets up, we will win a team fight, because those turrets basically act as another player with the amount of damage they deal at this local level. Now on the upper levels, they don't deal as much damage, but they can still get that last bit of health down when they're trying to run away and plan so, alright, here, we got pushed pretty good. Most of us low health. Sylvanas ends up getting the ult, but we're able to get 3 of them down and force the other 2 to retreat. The orc sticks around and gets Falstaad out. Murky moves middle to take the temple. The enemy team doesn't have the vision, I don't believe. I think we have the vision right here. And as you can see here, Uther, Sylvanas, and now Leo are all low health because Falstaad, now that we're at level 14, I've been able to have all of my healing abilities except for my level 16 talent. I'm able to keep myself pretty much alive. It's just mana I'm dependent on. Lily is able to keep both of us healed up, and we're able to deal a lot of damage because while Uther is a great healer, he's not a great group healer because he only has one group heal ability, and it's on like a 6 or 7 second cooldown. So, alrighty. Now, for some reason, they didn't try to push the bottom temple. They just tried to take the top temple, and they end up taking it from Murky and Falstaad, getting the last 3 or 4 bolts plus the triple burst, or the 5 burst. But Lily and I are able to take bottom temple and get about half of it down before they even begin heading our way. And as you can see, somebody's pinging that be careful, they're coming your way. Leo and Brightwing get there first, with Uther and Sylvanas coming in behind it. I tried the ult, which would have done a lot of damage and would have done a lot of good for us, but I didn't remember that Brightwing has her poly cells killed, and I'm able to run away. Now what I'm doing here is I'm just keeping a little, you know, making sure that they don't try to push too hard, because if I'm here and I'm keeping sight on them, they may be a little hesitant, thinking that the rest of the team who is up is going to come down and push with them. They don't want to get trapped up here where Murky is right now. They don't want to get trapped with both those towers up, fighting us. Now Kerrigan finally realizes the temple is still up and goes back to take it. Gazlo, however, is getting a really good push up top, having taken the 2 bruiser camps up there with him. He's pushing that top fort, and he's doing a really good job. They able to get the siege camp. Lily, Falstaad, and I do a little bit of harassing. Falstaad with the good ult does a lot of damage on Leo, giving me the ability to take him down. When we take him down, they're forced to retreat because we now have the advantage. Brightwing and Uther pull the boss on us to get us kind of pushed back. They're now having to retreat to defend because Gazlo's broken through. I figure, you know what, since the one's down and they're having to go defend, might as well take the boss since they pulled it on. Now I'm hoping Lily and Falstaad will come in and help, but they don't. Murky, however, realizes what I'm doing and comes in, and when he comes in, Lily and Falstaad follow suit. Now, they're having to defend top lane against Gazlo, who they ended up getting after all, and they were able to kill the bruisers and finish off the lane. Kerrigan's still down, and we now have a boss going into bot lane. Murky getting a siege camp as well. So even though Gazlo died, he was able to push through the top lane for it, able to get them to all pull back and defend. which gives us the ability to get the boss. Now that we have the boss up, they're having to defend the boss. Now the boss won't be up long enough, so you can see the amount of damage. It won't be up long enough to give us time at the temple, but he gives us time to do our thing, and everybody get up there. Gaz still down though, unfortunately. He was down for a long time because we're 3 levels ahead now at this point. Now as you can see, they start heading our way. Murky's been killed, he respawns at his egg, he's placed right there outside of that bruiser camp. Everybody's heading top. Gazlo heads mid instead of coming to the team fight, which generally I would suggest not to do that. If there's a team fight as a Gazlo, you should try to be in it. However, Lily is able to hold the temple to get off a few shots. We tried to prepare, but we didn't do it properly. Sylvanas comes in, ult, everybody gets silenced. Leo gets an ult off, traps Lily and myself. We both end up going down. It looked like I was going to escape, but Sylvanas' poison is enough that it takes me down, even with the Leo follow. So the enemy team ends up getting most of the temple, but this is why Gazlo typically shouldn't follow in a team fight on the temple, because he can do this. While they were taking the temple, yes, they pushed the temple, they ended up getting almost, I think they got our fort at the end of the temple. But Gazlo has once again pushed through another lane. And yes, they do end up taking our fort. Top fort is taken by them. However, it's an even trade. We may have lost heroes, but we took a fort for their fort. Now you see here I'm telling them when we go in, Falstaad and Murky both tried to focus Leo down, which is not the way you're supposed to engage when you have this kind of combo. When you have a Sylvanas there, Sylvanas is always the first target. Sylvanas goes down, the majority of their damage in that team fight is gone. You can then take out the 2 healers, which then prevent the other 2 people from being left alive. With Brightwing and Uther and Sylvanas are down, all you have to deal with is Kerrigan and Leo. Kerrigan doesn't have an escape. Her ult really isn't that good for 2v5 or 2v4. And Leo, he has an escape, he's good, but when you have a lot of damage being dealt, he's not that great. Okay, Murky here had a chance to take the temple, thought he could do it easily, ends up getting ganked by Sylvanas and Brightwing and Uther coming in. They end up taking the bruiser camp, Murky respawns at his egg. Now I would have suggested as a Murky, wait. If you know that there's enemy people around, until you see them appear somewhere else, wait. Especially when they're that close, because you don't want them to even possibly find out where your egg is. But as you can see here, Sylvanas remembered where Murky came out of, ends up finding Murky's egg, taking it down, and now you can see when the Murky egg is down, Murky is visible, the entire enemy team goes after Murky chasing him, trying to get him out. He's able to dodge the Leo ult, Leo gets himself stuck in his own ult. I come in, do a little bit of harassment, enable him to get away long enough that his egg is gone. He can replant it. Uther tried to come up and gank. Okay, now, we now have basically the bottom fort left because of Gaz. Because of Gaz as well, we have a bruiser camp pushing top. Gaz is pushing mid a little bit, and now he's heading towards the bruiser camp, he's helping. Lily, myself, and Falstaad are all top, taking the temple. We're protecting in case the enemy team tries to push us a little bit. Now you can see here, Gaz has a bruiser camp and 2 waves of minions pushing with him from mid and top lane. We take out the fort, and now the temple can focus on the core. Now, the enemy team at this point, if they had been smart, would have left their temple and charged us at our temple. If they had done that, they would have won the fight, because both Murky and Gazlo are out of place in this fight. It would have been a 5v3. Instead, they retreat to take down Gazlo, which they could have sent Uther or Brightwing back to harass Gazlo a little bit. Instead, they sent everybody back. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned a thing or two, maybe picked up a few tricks. If you didn't, and you saw something that maybe I could have done differently, or one of the teammates could have done differently, please leave a comment down below and let me know what you thought. I've started a blog called Slazer of the Storm. It's at slazerthestorm.weebly.com. You can go check it out. I'm just going to post basically things that my opinions written out instead of in a video. I'm going to have images of my heroes that I play, and I want to have another way to interact with you guys in basically discussion instead of just videos. So If you don't mind checking that out, drop a comment on it, let me know you came from the YouTube channel. I'd appreciate it. Also check me out on Twitter at Slazer Gaming. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.